In instant case, all the people in the ghetto don't have CDC profit of what they do. They write to the CDC compound. The police go there. No, the police didn't go there. But they were witness next. Row of the free flow of traffic and begin to trust all the police. All witnesses to the people. Very disappointed. The leadership of the CDC is
yet. Yeah. Yeah. What am I doing now? I said, we are going to say at 5. Yeah. Mm. I know. Mm. That's what. Oh.
For a wonderful Monday afternoon in the nation's capital, Monrovia. And we're here 24/7. And of course, Liberia's biggest platform and the biggest thing on radio at this time. On the radios for inside Liberia, on Kia Radio 95.9. And of course, I'm in the hot seat. My name is Morris Desmond Brown. And of course, I'm not alone. We have a full team right here. Like usual, Josh will always be here. And he's my able producer. Trust me, he's very professional in what he does. And today, we have brought a new voice, not necessarily a new voice, but I mean on the show Inside Liberia, trying to spice it up and make it very, very good for you. So Princess Kamara is right here, and she's gonna be with us until Dakino come. Yeah, so she's right here, and of course we'll give her the time. She'll tell you exactly what do you expect from her? I mean, I know you expect something very, very wonderful. Yeah, I want to make a female voice, at about this time. We've been crying for gender equity everywhere. So, yeah, it's not a bad thing for her to join Inside Liberia. So, yeah, so shortly, we definitely go around. But again, we have very, very good lineup for you today. Fortunately and unfortunately for us, we should have had the PUA president-elect, Mr. Julius Kuli Kanuba, should have been here. But due to some present engagement, the man was just elected, so there are too many different meetings happening behind the scene. So yeah, of course, he will join us on tomorrow. That he has said. Yeah, so we'll bring you that. We'll talk about the elections. We'll talk about all of the things surrounding the elections and the PUL in generality. We'll talk about all. But today, yeah, we're going to talk a few things, different things, political issues right here. Yeah, but again, how's up? Microphone? Yeah, but shortly we'll go to Princess, and of course she will introduce herself, and after which we will come back to go right around the world and take bits and pieces of news for you So let's go right here, and this is what we do next. Uh, yeah,
Okay.
Mrs. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. So me welcome myself.
Yeah, go ahead. Welcome yourself, my dear.
Yeah, and Desmond, you have me laughing, especially where you talk about. Princess is going to introduce herself.
Oh,
You
yeah.
already.
Yeah. But the people,
And
the people want to know who Princess is.
yeah, so it's my first time being with you on this particular show,
Okay.
and it's a pleasure. This is our, we talk Liberia. We talk about those things affecting our country, and it feels good to be on the show with you, especially this is my first time.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's a debut. It's a debut. But
yeah.
I'm going to do better. Yeah.
Definitely. And,
Ability.
I would love to say hello to our many listeners, and also those viewing us online because we are live on Facebook.
Yeah.
So this is the evening show, one of the best in time. I love the part you say the best.
Yeah, the best on radio. Yeah, yeah.
So folks, that's it. My name is Princess Mankoya Kamara, and that's why you know why I love to call it Mankoya.
Okay. You gotta tell me.
I love that particular name, Michael. Yeah, that's my native name.
Wow.
Yeah, so it tells you that a woman of strength, a woman, who carry a lot of,
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so it feels good to be on this show. It's our strange thing, but this is my first, appearance. And together we're going to do better. Thank you.
Okay, so this is where we go next and take bits and pieces of news from around the world. Today marks the end of September, trying to usher in October and tomorrow. So let's look at around the world and see what's happening. There are too many terrible things happening around the world, and we got bits and pieces of news for you right here. Let's go to the United States of America. Let's go to North Carolina and see devastating news coming in. 30 persons killed in one county after hurricane sweeps North Carolina. At least 30 people have been pronounced dead, and schools more are uncounted for in just one county in the North Carolina after Hurricane Helene tore across the state and caused catastrophic flooding. I don't know why they always give these terrible things good names, Hurricane Katrina, and all kinds of names they can give these kind of terrible things that kill people. But let's go deeper into the story. A cleaner image of the damage the storm inflicted after burgeoning through Florida and Georgia emerged throughout Sunday, with Buncombe County appearing to be the highest hit area. We have biblical devastation, said Ryan Cole, an emergency official in the county, which contains the mountain city of Asheville. This is the most significant natural disaster that anyone of us has ever seen. I mean, I saw it, it was very devastating, very, very devastating. I saw it on television. Yeah, it was very bad. At least 116 people have died nationwide since the hurricane made landfall in Florida on Thursday, according to the BBC and US partner CBS, and that the figure is expected to rise as officials reach more areas. Hurricane Helene begins as a hurricane, the most powerful on record to hit Florida's Big Bend and move north into Georgia. And of course, yes, it was very, very bad. We saw that terrible wind beating the waves, beating the beaches, houses, and the majority of deaths have been confirmed in North and Southern Carolina, where Helene landed as a tropical storm. On Sunday evening, officials in North Carolina said 30 people have died in Buncombe County alone. Crew across the state are battling power and mobile services outages, down trees, and hundreds of closed roads. Some residents returned to find their homes entirely destroyed on Sunday, and with some 1,000 people still unaccounted for. Wow, this is so devastating, so devastating. And these things happen everywhere around the world. Nigeria is a blessed country. We always have good weather, and still looking around the world. We take one more from the world and come to Africa. We look at what happened in Africa. All I'm seeing here is just the devastation of the hurricane that took place in America. So yes, we can come to Africa. Let's look at a few stories from Africa. And we go to Rwanda. See what's trending there. So Rwanda limits funeral size due to Marburg virus outbreak. They have the Marburg virus that has broken out there in that country. Rwandan authorities have restricted funeral sizes for victims of Marburg virus in an effort to curb an outbreak of the highest contagious disease. 8 people have been reported dead during Rwanda's first outbreak of the virus, which was confirmed on Friday by the nation's health ministry. Marburg, with a fertility rate of up to 88%, is from the same virus family as Ebola. It spread to humans, fruits, bats, and then through contact with bodily fluids of infected individuals. Yes, it is very bad. It is hemorrhagic. It is hemorrhagic. In new guidelines to help the spread Marburg, the health ministry said no more than 50 people should attend the funeral of a person who died from the disease. Noble businessmen and other activities can continue in the East African country, said the advisory published on Sunday evening. However, it's also urged the public to avoid close contact with symptomatic individuals. The ministry listed symptoms as fever, headache, muscles ache, vomiting, and diarrhea. The virus can cause death through loss. The health ministry guidelines said hospital patients will not be permitted to have visitors for the next 14 days. Patients will also only be allowed one caregiver at a time, the guidelines said. Wow, things are happening. Things are really happening in Africa. Staying in Rwanda, looking at the Marburg virus. In numerous developing countries, patient love once perform basic care fix, such as watching and feeding, that are typically performed by a nurse in other countries. On Sunday, when the official death toll was 6, Rwanda health minister said most of the victims were healthcare in a hospital intensive care unit. The thing is just like Ebola. Okay. Let's go to Kampala. Capital of Uganda. Let's see what's happening there in that East African Republic. Kampala Metropolitan Police are investigating circumstances under which an unidentified woman was killed while on a morning on Sunday, September 29. Yes, it's true, said Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson Patrick Oyengo when contacted by Cham Reports to confirm the incident. I haven't gotten all the particulars of the case, but I will update you as soon as we get more information, Oyengo added. He said one suspect had been arrested over the woman's death. This incident happened along the Northern bypass, but near Karika. Karika police are investigating the matter, Oyengo emphasized. Earlier, a photograph of the lifeless body of a woman in a jogging outfit went viral on social media. Anyone with a friend or relative who went jogging in these kinds of attire, please look for her. A text accompanying the photo read, "Adding, this woman was killed here at North Bypass near the Mamugu Road Flavor. Such incidents have occurred in the past. In July 2022, James Kakoza, 54, a local councillor in Kamwoka, Kampala, was killed by unknown assassins while jogging near Sanctuary Park. I see some terrible things happening in other countries. Kampala Metropolitan Police Deputy Police Spokesperson Luke Owisi said then Kagoza was on a routine morning jog and he approached Yusuf Luli Road along Sanctuary Park when two unidentified men moving on a motorcycle hit him with a blunt object on the head and later fled the scene. Early this year, Bishop Zach Narigia, who previously served as assistant bishop of the Diocese of Kampala, was attacked by unknown thugs in Tinat, Kampala. He was given a morning jog when a man on a motorcycle hit him on the back. Wow. Let's check for one more, then we can come to talk about Care Humanitarian Foundation. Just the last one. And Princess is all set. We'll talk a lot of things today. Yeah, still looking for it. Trying to get the final one for you. Let's go to Mexico. Mexico neighboring America. Yeah. Let's see what's happening there. I'm told there are devastations as well. Yeah. Mexico dead from zombie storm John. Oh my God, these things are very, 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 very troubling. At least 15 people have died in Mexico as a result of Hurricane John. They get it funny again. One thing killing people, they are giving it funny. They get another one Hurricane Helene, and the one is Hurricane John. So at least 15 people have died in Mexico as a result of Hurricane John. The country's president, Andres Manuel Lopez, has confirmed the storm first made landfalls a week ago as a Category 3 hurricanes on Mexico's Pacific coast, southeast of the resort of Acapulco. It then came and disappeared over the mountains of Jerigo state before regaining strength over the waters of the Pacific and hitting the Mexican coast a second time, prompting meteorologists to describe it as a zombie storm. Its heavy rainfalls triggered landfall, landslides, and flooding, cutting off many residents and killing more than a dozen. The term zombie storm was first used by meteorologists from the U.S. National Weather Service in 2020 to describe a storm which disappears only to regenerate again. On Sunday, President Lopez said the number of dead in had reached at least 15, but local media have put the total dead tolls across the three worst hit states at more than 20, with some saying it is as high as 29. Meteorologists said that while Hurricane John blew over trees and damaged buildings, the day of torrential rains it caused proved more deadly. Some places are almost a year worth rainfall over a matter of days. In Oaxaca State, there were at least 80 landslides, over of which buried homes and their occupants. In some areas, entire communities were cut off as roads became impassable. A result of Acapulco, which is still struggling to recover from the impact of Hurricane Otis last year. Another funny, because last year, one hit, they called it Hurricane Otis. And American people in their names. Yeah, trying to recover from the impact of Hurricane Otis last year was severely flooded. City officials asked everyone who owned a boat to help rescue people trapped in flooded neighborhoods. Residents posted videos on social media of themselves wading through waters which reached their shoulders. Some families climbed onto the roof of their homes as the water rose. Officials said more than 5,000 people had to be evacuated, and 3,800 had been sleeping in shelters. Wow, this is very, very troubling. But this is we come back to Liberia and talk about the issues that matter. Princess, let's talk about the issues.
You just took a tour around the world, and the issue of flooding is even taking place in Liberia.
Of course.
Yeah. Of recently, we have had this issue of the Sister River. I'm sure you're following.
Yeah.
Where due to the overflow from the river, there's a huge, there's a challenge on other challenges and experience, residents in that particular area.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hopeful that our government is going to intervene because you do have business people, local traders who are doing their business in that particular area. And due to the overflow, the RTI bridge, the water just, divided the entire bridge. So people at that particular area, that's small, they will not be able to come in town to get their goods and services. So the issue of flooding is just everywhere. I think Liberia I think we are even better in some cases or in some, other instances and things. I think we are much better. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It was
Mhm.
yeah, it's true, but I mean around the world there are too many different things happening.
Yeah,
And
especially with the hurricane and
yeah,
other stuff.
I mean
And that particular thing, the hurricane, that's when you watch the video,
so it can be
it
too
can be too
devastating.
terrible. You
Yeah.
see homes, just people flying out of their homes, even the vehicle. Sometimes you just go,
Yeah.
it's something terrible. Yeah, I know we're not going to experience.
Yeah, we're not
We're
gonna
never going to experience that particular one, and
no.
we know definitely. So that's it, Desmond. We're talking here, right? You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
the foundation.
yeah, let's talk here. And as a matter of fact, let me announce to the public
Mm,
that our CEO has announced that this week
mhm.
is a week of is declared education week.
Wow.
So we talk education, we talk things that are related to education when it relates to the Care Humanitarian Foundation.
Mhm.
And so, the CEO is like our president. I mean, when I say our president, meaning he is the head of the foundation, is the head of the entity. So when he speaks, his statement becomes a policy.
Mm.
So we must implement. So
Definitely.
of course, this week we will talk education, and so it has been declared a week of education week. So yeah, so the Care Humanitarian Foundation, please, you know the story about how we've been able to navigate our way for the shortest time
That's
that
sure.
this foundation has been in existence.
Mhm.
But the way we have navigated our way is so unique. But let me recognize these three people before I turn over to you.
Mhm.
Tina, she says, I'm following. Thank you so much. Samson W. We a journalist. He said, Ghost President.
Yeah, it's good.
That's my girl princess, always making the case relevant. Thank you so much, all of you. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah,
what
the Humanitarian Foundation.
what we've been able to do, yeah.
And one of the things I always, told people, and you see, for the CEO, it's a plus to him of this month. There are too many things when we start to name them, and definitely we eat up all the time. And yet, and still, Care Humanitarian Foundation keep teaching the lives of Liberians, and at least our students, some of the less fortunate students of prisons, are now able to go to school, and that's one of the things I'm really impressed when it comes to this particular foundation. And that's one, our country, we are faced with challenges. And looking at a very young person, one lady asked me, she said, "You're seeing all that paper."
Yeah.
So what I did, I just, took my phone and, I went on the Facebook page, and I said, "This is the CEO, this is Mr. Christopher K." She said, "You mean that you're doing all the PVT?"
Yeah. Yeah, young
So
girl, very
yeah,
young.
very young.
And,
And, mhm.
President, not just young, but
Yeah, very
young.
energetic.
Very
Yeah.
young. Yeah, very,
So
very young.
yeah, so she was like, "It take God for men like this.
Mm.
Other people, they just see, they just want to do everything for them and their family, and the rest, just go on." Until he said, I'm coming back to my country where people lives will be changed. People, the children don't need to cry to get to school. And today, let me be real. When it comes to the foundation, the people who have benefited every day, every minute, there's something that reminds them about Christopher Care. You know why? Desmond, for their kids to be in school, it's not a government institution. Most of those children, most of them were in our public school, and looking at how deplorable our public school is in the country. You've been hearing cases where students now, they are two in one seat.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are even sitting on blocks in class. And some of them are even in at the doorstep, between the doors, while they're fighting to climb up. But this man said, instead of going back, instead of seeing you people struggling to gain education, I want to see you people having a very conducive environment where your mind will be set up.
Mhm.
And most of the kids, I live closer to some of those, the beneficiaries and things. I was like asking the other guy, I did some exclusive with them. Do you like the new school? And oh, I love the school. In fact, when they come in break, I can be rushing to table. So you see, the people are willing to learn. The children are willing to learn. But who can do such if Christopher Care had not come out to change the lives? And we went at the first donation. It broke me seeing how that girl, had to come down on the floor,
Yeah.
telling him thank you. And most of our big people, they don't take the last time a guy he said I created a chat room where we just want to come together. Everybody is we are taxed in the group. Pay this amount of money so we can transport we can get kids going to school, we can put them in school. And it was sudden that all the 201 person in the chat room, government officials, lawmakers, senators are within that particular chat room. None of them can pay even a dime just to contribute. And the money say, it sounds so funny. The money is just $10. Some people are supposed to pay 2010. So if you calculate $20 times 201 person, tell me Desmond, children in your community will go to school. So the Care Humanitarian Foundation is doing extremely well. Care Foundation, too many things. Too many things, especially changing the life. That's why when you change people's life, it's just a different grace. It's just something different because when people, their hearts are at ease, their hearts are so, they are so grateful. They remember you in their prayers for the fact that children can go to school and smile, for the fact that children can wake up and say, I own this to myself. My school fee is already paid. I just need to go and, study and make pass. I think Mr. Christopher Care has, he's doing more than anything. And there's no word to, describe who this man is. Every one of us, we have benefited for this institution. It's another way of giving back, giving people the opportunity to get something for their family. Every time you wake up in the morning, you come to work, it's an opportunity that at the end of the month, instead of just sitting, we know the difficulties in getting job in our country. And today, he said, okay, it's not just the foundation, but I will also include the media institution where reporters will be able to earn, something at the end of the month. So when we start to talk, there are too many things and too many things to come. You listen on Sunday, we follow the programs. People are trying to ask, what do they make his money from? And I hope that you will be president. Those are the questions, when we introduce ourselves, we are from Care Communications. Oh, your CEO won't be president. We know, nothing that they want to play, but I think it's just a gesture. He's giving back to the people.
Yeah.
And most Liberian or Desmond, our country, we believe that when people are doing good, they want something for us. But this is a man, I can always tell people, he's doing it because in this country, he was born in Liberia. He's tried. He know what it takes to go out, coming back from school with nothing in your system. And this is the same man who was able to provide. These same children parents, they just go to school, Desmond. At the end of the day, they were able to provide food for their family. Each family benefited 3 bags of rice. That's why I've never seen such donation in my life. Let me say, maybe I got longer life ahead, but probably since I was born, to already see an individual taking 3 bags of rice with 3 gallon of red or 3 gallons of alcohol, or apart from that, you donated, you get extra cash. Tell me, even those who are vying for political seats, sometimes they give 5 person 1 bag of rice. I live next to the vice president, Desmond. During the July celebration, July 26th celebration, the fans and let me say it, because when people do good, it's good to tell people. It's good to give the man his flower while he's alive. It's the resident, we that are in that particular place. Or with the people, they say the vice president bringing rice. People left their homes early at 6 to stay on queue, only to reach at that time. And you know how many bags of rice came out?
No.
The thing I'm telling you, more than 200%. And the rice are not even above 50 bags. So imagine, maybe it was like 3% to one bag,
Wow.
2% to one bag, and that was just it, just the rice. So when Mr. Christopher Care took the donation to another, kind of format, to another stage where nobody has seen in that particular area, individual to come to their aid, living next to the vice president's house, and the news, it went like fire on a dry leaf, and people were like, imagine the other man said, they may brought a 3 back arrest the people. This is something that they have never seen. And every time, people, for that reason, in the morning, you follow everywhere, people just doing the care. It's not just about finding care, but because the good that the CEO keep doing is part of them. It's every day, every night. Imagine, and he just paid school fees again. Let me go back to the issue of school fees. He just paid school fees. So he went and provided the uniforms and paid for the uniforms to be sold. Have you seen that before?
That they want to call full scholarship.
Yeah. And imagine the parents were only call carry a child for measurement. And everybody, who them man?
This man, what kind of scholarship?
Yeah, what kind of scholarship is this to the extent you pay the school fee, then he bought both bags. And not cheap bags, so those were really good bags that were bought. And bought shoes. Yeah. So Desmond tell me, why you now go to school?
I want to it can force you to go.
They can force you. Your mother got nothing for you. Your mother just said that everything in. So this is the kind of man Christopher Care is. And I think Liberia is blessed with an individual like him. Because if we really check in our country how many people, that's one of the things. Every time people say, oh yeah, they may do it well. We will not stop talking about Care Humanitarian Foundation, because when our people lives are being surplus to this country, those kids that are in school, Desmond, they are future leaders. Some of them might even be president, senators, representatives. And the thing I love about this entire foundation is the school fee. I always tell people, even if you can't help someone, if they ask you for something, you don't want to give the money. First, to say, hey, hold the money. Ask them what actually you want. If they tell you, say, okay, I want to go to school, go on the campus and pay the money. Education is the biggest gift you can give anybody in this world. You can get someone money they eat and they will never remember it, but once you give them education, definitely you already prepared them for the future. At the end of the day, they will remember and say, it was because of Desmond Brown I gained education and I am who I am today. Second, they will say, because of Mr. Christopher Care, I'm in school. Some of them never had dream of even leaving government school. There were other kids who were not even in school. So they think about it. I always encourage them. You got somebody already 10 years in ABC. So imagine if Mr. Christopher Care had not come in, that person was going to be 20. He was going to reach 20 years before he reached sitting in class. So now I always talk to them. Take your education very serious. Yet and still, the Care Humanitarian Foundation, owned and operated by Mr. Christopher Care, is doing everything he can. In so doing, you your very self as an individual make use of the opportunity and do better. So that's it. Too many good things out there, small. We can just keep talking because it will start with our end and there are other things coming.
Yeah. So just to seal what you see, when people talk about scholarship, they talk about scholarship. I've been a scholar before.
Yeah.
I've always been a scholar. Not to, edify myself or to give myself self-glorification. but I know what scholarship is. You know, Mr. Christopher Care is not giving, I want to say it is a financial aid.
That's the right word.
Yeah. It's trying to financially help people.
Yeah.
Because trust me, when we were on scholarship, we were made to score certain grades. You have to reach that mark.
Yeah.
But for this one, Mr. Christopher Care is only wanting the kids to be in school, encourage them to just take their lessons seriously, and the foundation is doing well thanks to Mr. Christopher Care and his wife.
Yeah.
They are doing and like they have declared this week as a week of education. We will visit schools. We will be talking to students. We'll be telling them the importance of education. Why is it important to go to school? Telling them about the Care Humanitarian Foundation. How so that, because in the long run, listen, the dream of Mr. Christopher Care and the entire Care Humanitarian Foundation is to see how we can have impact on most of the schools in this country. And what are the impacts? It can read from textbooks, to different kinds of things,
Yeah.
we can donate them. We can be able to do a lot of things. And that's what Mr. Christopher Care and his beloved wife are thinking about doing. They have all of these things. And thanks to the president of the foundation, Mr. George Sibo, thanks to the consultant, Mr. Kishen, Mr. Money Kishen, and all of the team, up there in the United States, they're doing exceptional. I think if we continue on this path, and with the team down here, we can continue to talk about our people, talk about the needs they have and some of the things we're able to do. Look how we went to a farm. See how much request came into us.
Yeah.
This group want this other group want this one, this other group want this one. And the CEO cannot do all at once. Some of you who listen to the radio on Sunday, you are always blessed. That day gone Sunday was, last week, not this gone Sunday, last week. Those who listen, they were talking about agriculture. They all benefited. Those that call on the show, they all got their list scratch card. Something for their scratch card. Again, there are a set of people who called yesterday, and they too, who knows, they might be blessed as well. So we encourage you tell your friends about the Care Humanitarian Foundation. Tell your friends about the Care Humanitarian Foundation and the Care Communications Network. That's Care Radio 95.9. We told you listening to this radio will help you, because when we are announcing things that you could benefit from, we're not going on different stations to go announce it. We're going to announce those things right here on this radio. So listening to the radio will be a very, very good thing. It will be a good thing for us to continue to do. Listening to the radio, keep following us. Follow us on Facebook, Care Communications Network, on YouTube, Care Communications Network, on Twitter or X, you may say Care Communications Network, and you just subscribe to all our channels. Every good thing we want to see happening, we will definitely do it right here. So you don't have to worry yourself. I'm sure George is not yet, but again, Princess, our greatest and our biggest sponsor is the Amazing Care. Amazing Care is there in the United States of America, and it's owned and operated by our CEO and his wife. So we'll play a jingle for them before the end of the show. We'll play a jingle right on this radio. We'll play that jingle, and let me see whether we can get it done. But let's keep talking. We can do what we can, and so.
Like you said, we encourage people to follow the Care Communication staff FM 95.9, because once you follow the radio, trust me, you will be on top of the information. Whatever that is already coming up, you already know, especially on Sunday, and where the CEO can have a special edition, a special program. And there are a lot of things that are said with during that particular time, where about the AGO, strictly discussion with the CEO. So once you are falling, and there are other things you want to ask, you have the opportunity to even ask.
Of course.
You want to, when you want, once you want to clear the doubt, there are things maybe you're not ready getting clear from us due to time. You could just say, but then Sonny, let me just call and see you, because that particular time, yeah, strictly is life. It's going to hear you, and definitely your question, those things that you find, little bit difficult, will be cleared up. So the following care communications also will help, making sure that those things that I've said, you will have full understanding. And the thing about foundation, sometimes people will be like, oh, I want a man to do this one. I want a man to do this one. But we are not saying, it's something bad for an individual to do. But when somebody teach your life, it's, when you want someone, Desmond, you say, okay, I'm sick, Desmond, please buy me, painkiller. And Desmond wanting to take, money and give it to you. So go and buy the painkiller. Desmond want you to buy painkiller. Desmond want you to take the money to go and sleep. He want you to take the money to go and drink. Then at the end of the day, the signal come back. Then you call Desmond again for help. Desmond my head hurting again. Oh. No. If Desmond is able to, aid you in solving some of those issues, make sure you do the rightful thing.
The people can say,
yes.
When somebody helping you to wash your back,
wash your stomach.
You wash your, you washing your stomach small.
Yeah, that's one of the things in Liberia.
Yeah.
When our people are making taking all the tax, people rather work for money, especially not because the person is in America, you see they make plenty of money. But our people over there, they actually work. That's more. There are people who sometimes irritate 1 hour sleep only because of something back home. So, Mr. Christopher Care will help you change your life. But Mr. Christopher Care will not be the one to tell you to do the right thing. I want for us to get that particular thing clear. With Mr. Christopher, you call, you say, okay, CEO, in this problem, my child is not in school. And Mr. Christopher Care come back to you and tell you, say, Desmond, since he cried, he said, your child is not in school, I'm going to see what to do. And give the money, he said, okay, instead of going to school, let me go do different things. No. That's not, you're not honest. Anything in life, you should be honest. Because at the end of the day, there will be people who we are taking and, hoping that things are going different. They will still be repeating. You have people calling for the same problem over and over. Oh, Desmond, my head hurting. Okay, we want to do that one. We want to do that one. Yet and still, we want people. When we say we're making the difference in professional broadcasting, right? So when we're changing your life, we want you as something that worth everything. Desmond, we want you to see it as an opportunity. The opportunity comes at once. It can't come out again. There are some people that are supposed to be in America by now, but they play funny. They took it lightly. So those things can come back. So the foundation is here for you. The foundation is for every one of us. The foundation is for every Liberian. There's nothing about you being, black, white, green, nothing. There's nothing. Everyone is equal and everyone is being treated equally. There's nothing about this person is more than this person. So if the foundation is here for the Liberian people, in so doing, the Liberian people should also help to build the foundation by doing the right things. If this is a project, the last time I listened, they talk about agriculture. There are other people who are into subsistence farming. There are other people who want to do. So if you already got this feeling, you say this is where I'm good. That's when everybody got an error. They got some people that can make real cassava farm on 3 acre, 5 acre. At the end of the day, they harvest. Come on, be sincere. Come to the NG and work there. I think you talk about vetting, where people there will be short lived, this thing, this process, and you are fortunate. Maybe all your materials, your tools will be given. Just go and say you want to learn. Go there and go work. And I believe that there will come a time land will even be provided. Go there and make your farm, harvest, do your little market. That's not if we as Liberians will see this as life changing. Trust me. If 2-3 years from now we'll be talking different thing. Because where you will see people when they come to the foundation, they say, I want you to do this thing. But you know what happened in Marshall? There's a local NGO that is there. 8 people in terms of challenges, your home, flooding, whatever. So when people used to get ready, they will run to the people. I'm telling you a little story. They will say, oh my God, got that fire, blah, blah, blah. People say, okay, you need zinc. Even if you say you need bricks, they will provide the bricks. You need zinc. How many sheets? Just tell the people. They put it in, they give you a time frame. They will deliver it right to your place you want it to be. But you know what happened? They noticed that when they used to give people materials, people started selling the materials. They started lying. So they did their own assessment, send people in the field, gather information. So now, if your home burn in Marshall, if your home burn in Marshall, you go to them. You know what they can do? They will come there, they that say, they do that assessment. You know what they can do again? They bring their own carpenter, they will build a house. So
that's
being sincere. But at times, the people started the thing again, and it all left with every one of us. But you're not going to come for one thing because this thing, that thing. Just set up something good that will change your life. So that's it. Keep finding Care. Care Radio is here. It's here for everyone. It's here for everyone. So that's it. Desmond.
Okay, thanks so kindly. And again, I want to play that video from. It's a video like, or it's from Amazing Care. If I show you that app is on your phone. Okay, so yeah, so needed you to check it. I don't know whether I can send it to you quickly. That's the official sponsors of the show now.
Okay.
Yeah. Amazing Care. This one. You got it right. So let's play it. Let's play it for a little break. Then we transition. Yeah. We're trying to get that. Josh is trying to load that. We'll play that. Amazing Care is right there in the United States of America, providing healthcare services for the people in the United States. They do a lot of things. You will hear from the stuff, but there are too many things going on.
Yeah.
We have talked about the humanitarian side. We will now transition a little bit to talking a little bit of politics. You might have heard today that show. It came from our news team, and you are part of the news team. That scores of Liberians who I show you how these people to your place if you are living closer to the ocean, you are living closer to the seaside. You might have had these people.
Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall side. Had these people from the beach and waterways.
Yeah.
Yeah, those people who normally clean
the beaches,
and other things. And that project started way during the regime of the former president Mam Salif. People were made to clean major beaches in the country, and then they were given a little bit of compensation. That project came, and the United Party, led by Madam Salif, continued with that project until President Weah came. Yeah, former President Weah started, and began from where they've stopped. And we saw people, yes, again, the same old thing, people complaining about not being paid. Yeah, people are not being paid. And Manasalita, people still complain that they were not paid. And when these people are doing this, you know how our beaches are. You know, these beaches are something people use for defecation and all of those things. And those people, and those people present on those beaches have helped to alleviate those, those burden on government, trying to get rid of the feces and other things, clean the beaches and make the beach so habitable and fresh. So to see them not taking pay during Manasalita, they were complaining. During the era of former President Weah, they complained. And again, in this administration, they are complaining that they have not been paid and all of those things. So, it's troubling. And I saw them gather at the finance ministry today with banners in their hands. You know, if you go on our page, you will see the news there that is saying,
and of recent, they gathered at the Capitol building of Capitol Hill, where they read the application for this recent one on today. And I remember it was this Senator Level Brown from Maryland, right? Yeah. And he said they were going to look into their, their plea. But I'm sure there were some other things that were not already established, probably not meeting with their interests. And that's actually, resulted to the recent protest. That's just but recent protests at the ministry, the one you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
So they said, like he stated, they always cleaning the beaches because let's be honest, Desmond, we know for the past times when you hear about beach in Liberia, either it's used for toilet or for smoking. Let me bring it to that side. Bad things been happening on beaches, especially this PHP. Today, you walk on most of our beaches in Liberia, you smell good air, you inhale something nice. If these people would protest doing Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you come back to former President George Weah. During George Weah time, they used to come out on the same salary issue. Today, it's repeating. Though they say government is continuity, but in some other cases, I think for Liberia, there's no difference when it comes to government. There are a lot of things government keep doing that we saw in past government. And these people will come out and tell you, say, you own a salary. And it's not just salary. When they heard about the budget, certain amount of money was allocated in the budget for them. And this particular money, up to now, they said they only heard the money, but they can see it. They say Desmond will receive 2 million, but Desmond gets 2 million, but Desmond need a million.
Yeah. Money.
Yeah, need a budget.
Yeah.
They say Desmond's supposed to get 2 million. Desmond said for their all packet will come in 3 hours something. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But what the money going?
Yeah, so it is troubling.
So it's troubling. Yeah, Desmond. Besides that, there are series of protestations in our country. Let's be real. The last time we had the traditional council. If you follow that story, it was just few weeks or few days. The traditional council assembled at the Capitol building on the same issue of salary business. Another time, another group will wake up. Sometimes it's troubling and saddening because these are family heads. These are people who are depending on their money to support their family. If you interview somebody, they'll say, my child is not even in school because this money is what I'm hoping for. Should we allow people to gather and protest before they take action? Should we have a government every time people should assemble with placards demanding their money? Sometimes they tell you, say they will vow on specific action. They say we will not live on here until government do the thing we want. The last time you saw the medical and pharmaceutical students, they gather again demanding their money. That's happens. Why should government always wait to hear when there is something troubling? Today, some of those people who are cleaning the beaches and the waterways, their children are not in school because of the same money. They see money business. How if you're supposed to work for this money, it's something that is already agreed upon. Who are those that can hold the money and can go to the people? Government should be able to set procedures. They should be able to get certain standard. And every time in this government is out, watch a rest assured. After President Bouakar's leadership, the next government that will come will do the same thing and will sit there and talk the same thing, Desmond. This is something, it's almost like a tradition for our people. Our people believe in seeing people coming out there to cause noise before they take action. Today again, the new minister, Gafan is the one who spoke. Talking today, he gave you a surety. Gafan again spoke when the pharmaceutical and that of the medical students went at the president home. You see how embarrassing it is.
It is very embarrassing. And like you said, government should allow the citizens to always protest first before you can do what you ought to do. When these people work, they should be paid. Labor is something very expensive. why you see those who have this American orientation, those who travel from Liberia, go to America, they stay there, they have this orientation of America. America pay for labor.
Yeah.
They are very firm on labor costs. When you work, they pay you. That's why you see people in the United States, they don't, that's why you see here.
They don't just hire you with all money.
You see here, they found our CEO left from Liberia and integrated himself in the American society. Though he's still a Liberian, still carry the blood, but he's different. The month doesn't end.
He pay you.
You see your pay coming because this is a man who just believed that. I mean, it's not about the work, but it's about humanity. It's about these people.
Yeah.
You know, they have done a piece of job. The time they took to leave, you ready to play that? Okay. So let's go for this break quickly. We'll have it clear.
So let's go for the services. This is our home health agency. We send nurses and home health aides to patients' homes and take care of them, provide medical and non-medical services for them in their homes. So that's what we're doing. This is the office space where the high-end process is rendered.
Also the assisting admin at Amazing Care. I've been with this company since 2014 when we were making nothing. And we were literally in the basement of our apartment. This is how growth have brought us this far. 2-bedroom apartment, and we were literally using the basement and the garage space to carry on this business. And because of growth, we moved here on 2019, and we've been here since 2019 doing this. And God has been so faithful along the way, and we're still going strong. You can see, this is the office of Amazing Care. We want to welcome the Care Network in here.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'm sorry for the feedback. Okay, sometimes the video can get a little bit. Yeah, but again, Amazing Care is our proud sponsor, and of course, they are sponsoring all of our shows for now until we have to do business review the public. You know. So those of you in the United States, you saw the video on the social media. They are hiring RNs. They want those who are in the field of medicine. They're there making sure that Amazing Care is providing all the medical services for our people there in the United States. And so you can only contact the team there. They can do a wonderful recruitment for you, and you can be a part of the amazing team there of Mr. Christopher Kier and Mistress Josephine Kier and the rest of the team, to join the team there in the United States to provide services for our people. So again, that is it. Like I was saying, Princess, the government, I mean, for no particular government, but in Liberia, most of the governments that come to power, they are only firm on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're only concerned about themselves. They're only concerned about what they take home.
Mm-hmm.
They're not concerned about the ordinary people. They're not concerned. I mean, how much are these people from beaches and waterways
How much money they making?
Yeah. That you have to be keeping their money. The news I'm hearing, I was reading the news. I think they've not been paid for almost a year.
Imagine.
They've not been paid for almost a year. So if these people have not been paid for almost a year, that means the CDC administration owe them to and jump into the UP's administration.
Yeah.
Nobody is taking cue from these things. Nobody is saying that these people need their salary. Nobody is saying that these people have family and they need to cater to their families. They have children they need to put in schools.
So,
They have uniforms to buy. They got different home priorities that they must be able to perform. Nobody is saying that. All the people concerned about is themselves. People allocating $5,000 for themselves for cars.
I think in Desmond, we need to revisit some of those laws. You know, this morning I was like, listening to the woman of the peace laureate, Lema Bowie, on ELBC, and she said something. She said, "Should we have a country where lawmakers are riding $45,000 cars? When some of them, before coming to power, they never had cake. They never had cake.
Of course.
But the ordinary people suffering.
Yeah.
What is this?
The government is just, the government is just upside down. Every government that comes to Liberia, they get upside down.
If you calculate 10 or 50 of those workers' salary, it's not even something around one representative salary a month. Yet it's still they can get that money.
I am not really more concerned about their salaries.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at one individual saying to himself that I want to ride 45,000 car.
Yeah.
Why the masses, they only let people 13 months.
Imagine.
13 months. That is 1 year, 1 month.
Yeah, 1 year, 1 month.
How can you owe these people for this long? And that means, so we're subtracting. So the CDC government will only let
doing campaign period. That's a 3 months plus.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So CDC government owe the people 4 months.
And
then the party get them 9 months. So
that's what it's funny, but it's very interesting.
The country is interesting.
Very.
You cannot you cannot owe people and expect. People say purchasing power reduce, and people not buying. When you go to the market, you go to marketplaces, people complaining that things are hard. It's the purchasing power of the people have reduced. If people are not taking pay, how do you expect them to buy? Now the beaches and waterways, people were talking about the more than 2,000-3,000.
Yeah. Everywhere, every part of Monrovia.
Where they have the coastal, the coastal communities.
Yeah.
You have these people working. We got some, in Browville, because we got the Banjo community, the VOA community, all of these communities are coastal communities. So these people are working and they can't receive their pay. How do you expect them to survive? And when governments come, they come with so much energy. And you think that energy should be directed at the poor masses. They should be directing their energy to awakening the suffering of the people, to alleviate them from poverty. That's what people would think. But most of the governments that come, they are only concerned, the government officials are only concerned about themselves. They're only concerned about what they have to take home.
Oh, yeah. The minute he think about me and you, they care.
This is so troubling. I feel for these people. This is not their first time complaining.
No.
They've gone to ministries and agencies. They have complained about not taking pay. During the CDC administration, they complained that they were not taking pay, they were owed. I learned that the CDC administration, according to them, they allocated some money for the payment of these people. Few individuals went to the bank from the Ministry of Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Yeah,
these people went there and took the money and shared among themselves.
Imagine how people wicked.
And that money today, it can be accounted for. That is why when you see the United Party talking about accountability, I am happy that people will be able to account for their actions. The only thing I urge the United Party to do is they say charity begin at home.
Yeah.
Charity so they must start with their own officials first. Because there are people in this government too that have been accused of corruption. Like the Commerce Minister. Who is now riding the latest car in the country, 96,000.
Yeah.
He must be investigated. So when the United Party government is talking about getting these things done, I'm happy because I want them to do it, but let them start with their own government. And like you want to chastise a child in a community, but nobody sees you chastising your child at home.
But you want to carry
but you want to chastise another child in the community.
Yeah.
Nobody takes you serious. But when you have a child at home and people see you disciplining the child, they see the discipline that you have instilled in that child. If you are instilling that discipline in another person's child, people will hail you for it and say, yes. So in that strange thing, that woman are disciplinarian, she's somebody who stands for the the truth.
Yeah.
But if you are pampering your government and you are running after the past government officials, then where I have the issue. So you must be very holistic and pragmatic in what you do. Just ask your officials first. Tell them like, hey, we have zero tolerance for corruption.
Yeah.
If you are found in corruption or there are news of corruption, we investigate you. And when we find you guilty, you will face the full weight of the law.
Oh, yeah.
When you start to do that, you set example on one or two of your officials. The other people in the past regime will know that you are serious. The reason why the fight against corruption in the country is being politicized is because the Unity Party has not been able to set an example on their own government.
Sure.
They should be able to set the example on their own government. That will send a strong caveat to those who are former government officials. Because if you can just have your owner, that owner is going to be.
Of recent we heard about this auditing. Where is the auditing team today?
So if you come to power and you are, for me, Princess, here is my take on all of the things that happen in the country. I'm not against audits.
No.
I'm not against people paying for what they have done to the country, in hurting the country by stealing resources, because it is because of the stealing and wastages in government that is causing the Care Humanitarian Foundation to come into help citizens. It is because the government is wasteful, the government is spending money randomly on themselves. That is why the Care Humanitarian Foundation got to come to start building houses for citizens.
Imagine.
It is because the government is wasteful and the government cannot be able to settle her own citizens' problem. That is why the Care Humanitarian Foundation is putting kids in schools, paying for their uniform, their book bags, and everything in one, just to keep the children in school. If the government was responsible and not wasting and being extravagant for no reason, you would not have the Care Humanitarian Foundation spending that they are spending. But now the Care Humanitarian Foundation is spending the money they are spending because the government have reneged on to do what they are supposed to do.
Exactly.
It is because of them. Again, I do not have a problem with the government auditing people who have served. My issue has always been this process should be holistic. It must be pragmatic. It must be very transparent and open in a way that everybody sees the transparency. Because you must start with your own government officials. What happened to the money that was given to each of these county people from the Unity Party to celebrate the inauguration? Over $5,000 for each district.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Today, still that audit was commissioned.
That's the end, because the written Desmond, you check it, when you ready, check. Someone in our community or part of government, they get the money. So who's going to audit?
So that is the fundamental problem that I have with all of the governments that have come to power. They do not chastise their own, just the same way the CDC did. They not chastise their own, but wanted to chastise other people.
It can work like
so it can work that way. You must be holistic in your approach. Today, you are allocating money to buy cars to enjoy yourself, to live in luxury. Why the ordinary people are suffering?
Going to bed hungry.
People cannot even put their kids in schools. Go today in the communities and see how many children hawk in the streets.
Desmond, do we have children selling in the street during school time?
Children are hawking.
At this stage, where our people are riding $45,000 car, Desmond, in the morning, when you sit on the car, that's when you see the kids, the plenty chips. Buy the cold water. Why they should be in school?
Because the government is not making the environment hilarious for the students.
Do we have women still dying doing giving birth in Liberia?
Should we have this situation?
You imagine you go to the hospital, you give birth, you even get lapper to put around the baby. It's because of hardship. The highest poverty rate we still in this country.
Of course.
There are people, let me be real. There are people, family heads, they go to bed on empty stomach. They can get it. It's not that they are lazy, but because this thing about poverty, every government, the people can be crying when new government coming, cheating. I think sometimes they say, when you talk something again, well, we need to just shut up. Because when President Joseph Boaga won the election, I saw people jubilating. Oh, yes, we coming in joy. Things coming change. Today, I'm clear. It's not about going against it. When government do good or when government does good things, we're going to talk about it right here.
Yeah, of course.
If they're doing bad, we'll tell them, we put it on a feet.
Of course.
At this time, this particular stage that we Liberians, the kind of struggle we go through to elect these people, that's when people become enemy with each other. Sometimes when I say I voted Desmond, it's making someone vex. Desmond, somebody will get angry. I want Desmond to be represented. Why you voting Desmond? For that reason, they accuse me. Oh yeah, so Desmond already winning.
I know some people. Let me show this as a phone. So you know one political we have lost the election.
Yeah, the week. They say they got to the angry week.
They say how angry we go. So
yeah.
People may say because I'm ugly, I'm made it.
Oh yes, so
I'm ugly.
And now Desmond is ugly, but they are sacrificed. I voted Desmond. Now my colleague already against me for that decision. Desmond is now represented. Turn it back on me. That I know is frustrating.
Of course.
At the end of the day, these same people in my community when I go to they say, "You pick me won't come." They say, "You voted for Desmond when I government."
Yeah.
Desmond. Things in Liberia, you know why this country continue to suffer and we continue to struggle? Our leaders are wicked. Let me be clear.
You got to vote it from the top.
Okay.
Okay, like that. Yeah.
Our people are wicked. They don't love this country, Desmond, because once you love Liberia, you think Liberia, not let them use the Unity Party slogan. That's the motto.
Yeah.
Love Liberia, think Liberia, build Liberia.
Yeah.
I don't think they love Liberia. Because if you coming into power, you know one thing, this party sentiment, we need to get it off our mind.
Of course.
Because I'm party X, so I'm in power. Who the people, if the people said I voted party X, and they won't in power now. There are people who came from nowhere in the blue sky, they are the ones. Today, when party X is in position, party X see party A as enemy of the state. This is not helping our country, Desmond. This is something you talk about every time people protesting. These are some of the reasons people protest, because any people came to power, they see any people they say they know for them, so they may not supposed to enjoy. All through your struggle, you're just Isa, green camp, 3-4 months, probably you'll go in the field to work because maybe someone will get you tip. In the morning when you come in with me, like be sweeping the streets. They will say something to me right now. You think they're supposed to be begging when they get in good thing? They're sweeping the street, giving the street a very good face that when you driving, you say more clean small.
Yeah.
Yet and still, these people will beg you for money. How much money the mothers making? If you get the money they're giving the people, that's when you will cry. The real will be falling in the corner in sweeping. The rest of money will be in the corner. At the end of the day, I think come to them. Yet and still, one man riding 45,000. The other day you saw I'm back on the post. The people can go Capital Hill to beg. It's not a good thing to beg, but you think if the economy was good, people getting money, they'll go beg. Who won't go beg?
Aside from that, Princess. So to just add up, if the government in generality was doing what they should do for the citizens, and that is to say, you forget about yourself.
Yeah.
I made an analysis here the other day, and I told the public how much the president of Rwanda carries home as a take-home salary, as a take-home salary. They makes around $4,631 as the monthly salary. How much do our president take? Thousands of US dollars.
Oh yeah, there's the money.
How much do our lawmakers say they want for car? 45,000. When Princess, what was the last time you traveled on the Bourgeois Island Road?
No, I don't want to go there. I never fall in Keke.
We spent hours on that road just to commute.
Imagine.
And here sitting on this radio, even though I'm talking, but my entire attention is on that road when I'm going home. Because a lot of people live on that side. The traffic flow will continue to be on that side. The attention will be there. The traffic will sit down. We will spend hours, like you come to work, and after a hard day, exhaustive work, you're going home to have
all your body sour.
Your body sour. The next day, you got to come to work.
Imagine.
The next day, I rode with one keke boy, and the boy telling me something, and I want to say this. And this is a failure, Woe unto all the governments that have come and failed to face that road.
Yeah.
Woe unto them. To the United Party government of Madam Sally, 12 years, that have not been in the same way.
Yeah.
Woe unto the George Weah administration that sat 6 years and could not face that road.
Yeah.
Woe unto this government that they have come, even in the 9 months, we have seen nothing absolutely being placed on that road. The Kekeba was telling me, he said, people, I made Pinkero as a friend. He said, when I finish riding on the road every day, I gotta take, if I don't take pink tablet the next day, I will not. I told him, I said, even constant taking of pink killers will
it damage yourself.
It got some effect. So I was telling him, I said, what you need to do is to try to find way get used. I said, for us, for me personally, Prince, I've been living Broadway since I was a kid. So I know that road, I know the route. So I've gotten used to it in a way that the only thing I can still stand the traffic.
Yeah.
But with the road bouncing and everything, I've been in it for.
But that's when you're talking about traffic. I thought they said there were no traffic. I remember doing the first when the rescue mission came into power, and I saw one person you can rush straight from Twala Street.
There's still traffic on that road.
But you tell me of reason I was there. It's still the same thing.
You know, to come to town is costly because the roads are bad. Most of the keke riders now are not riding on the Bourgeois Island road to come to town. They are now going towards the Japan freeway to go to red light and other places. So even find car or keke. In fact, we used to have taxi running on this road before when it was pliable.
Yeah.
When it was passable. Today, it's not pliable, it's not passable. Most of the cars, they've directed their Cinco
around. They
can go around. Go from Cinco all the way past around. You know why it's happening? Because the roads are bad. I don't blame them. But we are not seeing, you know, the people can say you're sorry for the expression, but they say when the child will benefit, you know, from the first cuckoo or the child. Yeah. You know, you're sorry for the expression, but that's how, you know, the old people in like say. So if this government is showing simply of wanting to face that road, we'll see the light.
When the Christmas will be good,
but yes, the government spending $22 million to pass roads in this country, and we could not see the number of roads they have passed. Today, go to Maryland, and people are passing through Maryland. I mean, people are passing through other coast to go to Maryland.
And they say all the roads. You know the thing about the people when people talk, when we talk about roads, they're not doing the drastic thing. When you go, you put one yellow machine, they create the road, then you say the road straight, the road. Now this is time the road should be fixed.
The roads show its actual potency and juice.
Exactly.
During the rainy season.
So now,
because when you have the road in the rainy season, you can have it pliable.
Of course.
Dry season.
They tell us that you did development already at that place.
Yeah. But if you know, I was one person who I was very concerned about how the government was spending the $22 million. Because if roads should be a priority like the government have in its national agenda, it's got roads, they got tourism, they got agriculture, they got all the things that make up their rest agenda. If we have a government that was very firm on making sure that roads are accessible in this country, nobody will want to spend $22 million, and up to date, we cannot see the roads that were fixed. The route leading to Lofa County is terrible. The news coming from them, people say, yeah, there have been torrential rainfall. Yeah, the rain has been falling.
The roads were all good, so now the rain is falling.
Those are things that people will say once they spend government money. And the taxpayers' money.
That's people go pay. Desmond. I always say this thing. We need not to politicize development.
Of course.
We need not. Why should one person brag because I voted Party A and Party A is in power? Someone Party A go and do one development and will politicize it. President Bwaka needs to tell his people, his supporters, his ministers, this is not about Unity Party. It's about the Liberian people.
Of course.
When President Bwaka develop this country, everyone will benefit. They're not in politics to be posting that good road, knowing the fact that the road is not even better.
And that is the reason I criticize those from the opposition, from the CDC, that when development are ongoing, they want to criticize. When good things are happening to the country, let us all rejoice.
Because that's the kind of country we eat.
You know, I always cite 2 countries in Africa. I've traveled to one. and which I've lived. I've gone to Nigeria. I know what it means to These people, they are patriotic. The Ghanaians, they are patriotic. When the elections are over,
they finish.
You see the people, they put their acts together. They come to start to develop their country. It's not with the Nigerian man. Our mentality is once that now the party was supporting in power,
we will say that
we will say that we criticize everything, even if the government is doing wrong, doing right.
For getting to know the country is for everyone.
And that is the reason, Princess, I was very happy. I was one of the presidents in this country that was happy with the yellow machine. I didn't care about how it was acquired. I didn't want to know the acquisition of it. And I want to pass through legal means or pass through legal. When those machines come to the country, they will develop the country. They will not go develop Ghana.
No.
They're not Ghana, they carry the yellow machine. They're not carrying the yellow machine in France. They bring in the yellow machine to Liberia so that the roads can be accessible. But if the government will start scheming the citizens for yellow machine story, but I actually wanted the yellow machine.
That's another thing.
So I thought that the government would be friend and say, listen, we don't have the money to procure all the yellow machines.
So the few ones.
But the few we can get, we'll get it and bring it to the country. But
nothing.
I saw government officials making it look like a queen country or
they're like a pure.
Somebody sit on top of the yellow machine and waving to the public and driving the yellow machine. They got ambulance and they got convoy.
Don't say somebody she's mama capability.
I won't call you.
And the thing about it, we went as far we saw the president using his campaign stickers
on the yellow machine.
Yes. I got video for that.
Those things should not happen.
This is not campaign period.
Those things should not happen.
And our week, our real celebration, our another campaign period.
You know, and
today where are the yellow machine? We need to investigate.
Those are the things that we all need. When elections are over,
everything finished.
Government and power should know that you have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to improve the livelihood of the Liberian people. If you cannot stay on that matter to improve the livelihood of the Liberian people, then you have a problem. And the problem you have is you do not know why you were elected.
No.
And every citizen in this country is entitled to a good life. Because for the resources we have in this country, we should not be panicking in our country looking for school fees for children and other things. Today, look at the story of Botswana. Go and read on the internet. This is a country that nobody knew in Africa. Nobody knew Botswana. They were just a country that anybody can say Botswana. But today, Botswana is trending on the social media because of what they've done. This country is building a new country. Did you hear what I said? The country building new country. The citizens are building a new country.
We're not even thinking about that.
Listen, what the people did, that is amazing. The people decide to build a university, a big university for the country. That university will host most of the citizens that will go there. You know what they did? They asked the citizens to bring 1 cow each. Because, you know, most of the people there, their livelihood is, selling cattle and other things. Every citizen and every family was charged one cow. These people brought the cow. The government sold the cow in foreign land. Sold the cows to European countries and made a lot of money. They brought the money back. Though the money could not build the university, but the government says, since we already have this money, we add to it and start to build the university. Today, the university is completed. That's what they're doing. They're paying their citizens for going to school. If you're going to at the university, they pay you in Botswana. I want people to challenge this information I'm giving. Go on the internet and check it. That is what Botswana is doing. Paying their citizens for going to school. Today, if you go to Uganda, most of the people, citizens, are very educated. Even the ones that ride, they call them Boda or whatever they are. They are educated. They have master's degree because the people invest in education. Today, in our country, we do not invest in education.
Nothing.
Today, I'm hearing, and what I'm hearing, if that is what is expected in a few days or few weeks to come, I will not be in support of it. The government of former president, we have started to pay the fees of people attending University of Liberia. Today, I'm hearing that the university is telling students to pay their school fees. Those that are in university,
They
you must
freed
tuition.
stuff. Yeah.
That is why I'm hearing it should not happen. If Botswana can be paying their citizens, they do not have the resources that we have. The kind of rich soil, the kind of resources we have in this country. We have iron ore, we have crude oil, we have too many different things in this country. We have diamonds.
Yeah, diamonds.
And we have these things in this country, and the citizens are still beyond poverty line.
Oh yeah, people come doing the midnight, and then they transport our resources in the morning.
The other day, I was talking to a friend, and that friend was telling me how they go in the country and they transport it from King George. They say the people can bake. They go like shop bread.
They transport it,
and they have the chopper coming down every time to export. They go. Can you imagine? And the citizens, the school in King George, the people still sitting on blacks to go to school.
Yeah.
But they are transporting gold in huge quantity. That is the reason every time there are problems with the citizen and the company, because the people cannot see their resources leaving their hands, leaving the country, and their country remain the same.
So that particular place will be a city in Liberia.
So they go to bombing country. It's no more bombing hills. They have become a bombing holes.
Yeah.
It's no more bombing hills. It has turned to bombing holes. There are a lot of holes left from the company.
Oh yeah.
All these things are happening in the country, and it is just a system, a pattern. The corruption is so entrenched in the country to the extent that every government that comes, they are a bunch of rogues, criminals that just jump to power.
Desmond, they just following every footstep. The same thing.
No, they can't change.
They can't change.
They can't change.
They're not changing the shoes. They may put when they feel shoes.
They see people do the same thing.
They are walking in the footprint.
Princess, lastly, I want us to just talk about this in passing, and then we can take a few calls if we have. They announced credential audit.
Yeah. I saw that. so that's when it seems that I've been laughing. and these people, I want to know, they themselves, do they have credentials? There are people, let them understand that there's a special team that will be set up to investigate, run up. Every time people come in with this investigation, Desmond, it get really can be confused. Recently, we just had auditing team here. It failed. Today, CSA come on again to check.
You know why I'm concerned about this whole credential audit? And the government needs to do better. When I say the government needs to do better, there are more pertinent issues in the country. There is the bread and butter issue. The price of mosquito coil is quadrupling. The price of basic commodities and basic necessities market are astronomically increasing. These are the bread and butter issues that I expect the government to be concerned with.
Yeah.
To do credential audit is not bad. Is it a priority now? No, it is not. And that is the reason why when people say these things, people say, oh, the people criticizing everything about the government. It's not about criticizing everything about the government. But the government should know on what matter the key. But let me tell you the secret behind the whole credential audit. 2 reasons. Reason number 1, there are operational money that are in the budget for CSA. So the people at CSA won't justify the operational money to say that the money we use to do credential audit.
We know.
The next thing is, political pundits are saying maybe the people in the Unity Party are thinking of getting rid of some of the people in the Unity partisans who are seditious or who are different from different political parties like the ANC and other political institutions. When the people start to perceive these things, then it is a problem. You have serious issues, and those issues are the bread and butter issues. Housing prices have gone high. How Metex and GTNF are at the port extorting money from business people.
Imagine
how they are stealing from the business people. At the end of the day, the business people are summarizing all those expenses they make at the port and put it on the ordinary consumers. Those who go to buy their little matches and mosquito coil, they pay more because they feel that the business people believe that they have been exploited at the port. So they put all those charges on the ordinary people. We need to settle the problem at Metex. We need to
It's a
settle the problem.
serious one.
We need to settle the problem with the GTMS.
Yeah.
People paying for money, tracking, jet to travel, won't continue. People pay hundreds of US dollars for nothing that people do. They get one number, they say they get tracking. So if the government should focus on anything, I will advise the government to focus on the bread and butter issue, because even right at the CSA, the acting director of regional services, Mr. Civic S. Kete, it is reported that his credentials are fake.
No, they will be caught. Probably maybe the investigation.
It is alleged that his credentials are fake.
The investigation.
At the CSA, we are also told that one Jeremiah Willie found.
Yeah, imagine.
It's another one with fake credentials.
And these are people that come after people with credentials.
So these are things that needs investigation. The director of research at the CSA, Sekou F. Kane, we are told that his credentials are allegedly.
That's what it means. Let the people start with our credential or then we will come out with names to be placed.
Because it's hurting me.
Yeah, I know.
The fact that we have bread and butter issues at hand, Liberians are going to bed hungry, and we cannot settle the bread and butter issue.
Public schools are overcrowded.
People do not even have seats to sit down.
Yeah, we can't talk about anything. The government can't also say anything. God be careful on people sitting on the floor. The videos are on Facebook.
We are just visited a public school in Broadview.
Imagine.
The children, they're right in the city.
Yeah.
They do not have seat to sit.
Yeah.
Some of them are standing at the window of the school to copy their notes.
It's so sad.
And we are here and we're talking about credential audit. That money we're taking to go be checking people credential. Then you said to go buy chairs.
Yeah, buy armchairs.
Then you said to buy armchairs. Then you said to do a lot of things.
Build additional classes. That's simple. And that's one of the reasons you see high school or public schools are, overcrowded. Because parents can afford the tuition of private institutions.
Of course.
Private schools nowadays, the last time we heard about even this. Let me tell you this one. One thing that is suffering this country, that law. We got no law in the country. We got no law.
I think we got the laws.
The laws, and they are not useful. So there's something there.
No law. We're not.
We get law because there's more.
Implementing the
laws.
Laws.
You the father in your home. You tell your children, say, don't do that thing. You tell them, you say you do that thing, you'll be punished.
Yeah.
And the child go and do it, they can be punished.
Yeah.
What is law out there?
Yeah. I think I tend to agree with you.
No law.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
So for that reason, even if there's any mandate, people will preach that. They will not even listen. We listen before to the meeting. Let's think about graduation fee. We not thought the thing will tire. They see school business. The ministry came up. Oh, they won't. Nobody will cross $100. No school will exceed more than 100. So
those schools charging 175, 160.
Everybody not thought will tire. Ministry sleeping. They sleeping. Graduation is all up. We pay 160. Me, I get 160 to pay.
So school next guy got a student necessary even before.
Let's
that's it. Yeah, let's hear from the public, Princess. If this conversation interests them, let's hear from them on the following numbers quickly before we take leave of them. It's almost 6 o'clock, but we can take few calls. 0772758958, 0886393184. The two numbers activated for you. Those of you up in the diaspora or you are on the social media, you can join us on our WhatsApp number that is pinned. Not seeing it pinned there. Guess it is not pinned. So Josh, you did not pin the WhatsApp number, but we can take local calls quickly. 0772758958, 0886393184 are the numbers you can call. And let's hear you on some of the issues that we've talked about here on this radio, here, Radio 95.9. Let's go to the line and take our first caller.
Hello?
Just
you walk away from your monitor, please. Hello? Yeah, you are live. Your name and where you call us from. Can you walk away from your... Okay,
Mm.
And for the traffic, I already want from here to come in and discuss, so the breakfast to play with.
Okay. All right, but you have to keep listening to Kia Radio, and normally too, you got to take chance to call on the Sunday program when the CEO is on the radio on Sunday at 6 o'clock. No, you. No.
Just follow the show on
Is that
Sunday.
that follow the show on Sunday?
Follow the show on Sunday and call. Then you'll get.
Follow the show on Sunday, yeah? 6 o'clock. Thank you.
Alright.
Let's take another person. Person, you have
Hello. Yeah. Good evening. Your name and where you join us from?
My name is Dota from my brother.
All right. Let's hear you. Uh-huh. Mm. Okay. Mm. 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 Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, he spoke his mind. Education is a very. I said the CEO have declared this week as Educational Week,
Yeah.
and we will do our best to make sure we implement everything. 0772 75 89 58 0886 39 31 84 are the two numbers activated for you. We don't have the WhatsApp number pin yet, but we can take few more calls from our local lines, and we can have your interactions on some of the issues that we've spoken about. My name is Morris Desmond Brown. Of course, Princess is right here with me, and Josh Square is here as well. He's our producer, making sure the sounds are perfect. And while we are here trying to push and shop the buttons.
And Desmond, I listened to the last caller where he said the education system is poor. And you know this thing with education Liberia is an old age thing. You listen to the former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf when she said the education system is a mess. Former President Josh Weah came back during his period, his term. What did he do to change that or to put something different in the education sector? What did he do? Today, we got President Joseph Boakai. Now we are still crying. President Boakai is aware of the messy education system. He knows
because he worked in the party regime that declared messy.
And Desmond, I think there should be a law where these senators, these representatives, these officials, their family and children will not school in different countries. I think when we do that, our education system will be better.
Because once they're attending here, they will face
implement the dollar in ULB. Message.
No, they will not even allow protests.
No, you see the teachers and faculty will say no class today. No, they may know $1 to go learn. So that's one thing.
Your call 0772 75 89 58. 0772 75 89 58 0886 39 31 84 are the numbers you can call to be a part of the program. Inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. To the caller who said he has a little garden behind his house, all you need to do is to listen to the CEO.
You want to see your number?
Yeah, you can, it doesn't happen like that. You can get the CEO number and call him directly. That's why we are here to handle some of these things. But you need to firstly listen to the radio on Sunday. When the CEO is on, you can call and express these things. But meanwhile, you can still come to our office here, Kia Radio 95.9, Kia Humanitarian Foundation, right on the UN Drive, opposite the barrack, adjacent the Radical Market. And you can come and meet the team. We'll sit with you We'll talk to you and we hear some of the plans you have. Then we can forward that to our team and our bosses in the United States. Yeah, you just have to take it easy. Yeah, 0772 75 89 58 0886 39 3184.
We are 4 minutes.
Yeah, we are lost in time right here. So yeah, tomorrow is another day, but let's go to Princess for parting comments, and then we can.
Okay, Desmond, again to our listeners, those who call and maybe those who just follow. They got silent listeners.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They are the desperate one. They didn't call to express our feeling. It can be easy. So we'd like to say thanks so much for being there and keep following us. And Desmond, we pray and hope that one day Liberia will change something positive with the education system. And we want to say to those who got interest in the NGO side, always follow Care Communications, FM 95.9. Sunday, there's a special show with the CEO.
Conversation with the CEO.
Conversation with the CEO. All those issues you got concerning your agriculture or whatever. Just call. Let the CEO know, speak out.
Okay.
Whatever help, definitely will come. So again, do join us on tomorrow. Desmond, thank you so much. And again, it was good being here.
Oh yeah. It was good. It was good having you here, Princess. And like always, so Princess have joined our team, the team in the afternoon. So we endeavor to bring you exciting conversations, beginning today, like we've already started. Tomorrow is another day. We also encourage our people. The CEO have dealt with the issue of agriculture. He talk education this gone time. We're hoping that you can get on other topics or whatever. So yeah, we will continue to do that. My name is Maurice Desmond Brown, like you heard from Princess. We'll be here on tomorrow, 4 o'clock, same time, same station. Tomorrow, presentation promises to be fascinating. Until then, I love you all. I keep the peace. I'm out of here, and we are out of here. The team gonna be back on tomorrow. Thanks to Josh Webb, our able producer, very, very illustrious, hardworking, and studious young man. Very studious young man who always, do his work on time. He's very timely. Thanks so much, George, and the team return on tomorrow. Until then, I love you all. I keep the peace of our country. Bye-bye.